the Mortgage Business Expo with Martin Reynolds, Chief Executive of Simply Biz Mortgages. Welcome. First question is, how has compliance changed recently?
Compliance has changed massively in the last 10 years. We've had a plethora of regulatory changes, legislative changes, whether that's MMR, we're now talking about mortgage market study, we've had MCD, we've had GDPR, we've had all the buy-to-let changes over the last few years. So there seems to be something every year. This year it's a senior management and certification regime. That's never an easy one to say. It's easy to call it SM and CR. And that's coming in December, which again is going to have a massive impact on the intermediary market.
And kind of following on from that, what effect do you think this compliance will have on the market in general?
I think they've probably had too much compliance over the years. I know I shouldn't say that as working with a compliance provider, but I think we've had a lot, and I think for firms to actually try and embed this and deliver it and breathe it and then still actually give the service to the customer, I think it's that point of actually making sure that we're not over-regulating for the point of regulating, but actually make sure we're regulating for the right reason and then allow the advisors to actually give advice to the customer, which is ultimately what the customer wants and what the advisor wants to do.
And why should a broker consider joining a trade association?
Two very different answers. So a trade association is, as chairman, we sit there and we're working for the whole industry, whether that's the directly authorised market, the appointed representative, or even the secured loan second charge market. And we're there to actually work with the trade bodies and work with the regulators, all of them, and any other government bodies to actually make sure that the voice of the intermediary is heard, to make sure that actually anything that is proposed works for the benefit, hopefully, of the intermediary, but also helps the consumer. So we're always focused on how does that affect our members and how does that affect the end consumer, and then we then go into bat, so to speak, to make sure that hopefully we're standing up for our members. So the more members we have, the bigger voice that we have when we talk to the regulator and the government. Mortgage Club, totally different. That's just aimed at the directly authorised market, and there we work with all directly authorised advisors, bringing them together, offering them compliance propositions, helping them outsource that compliance proposition in effect so that they can focus a lot more on actually dealing with their customers. It's offering them access to maybe lenders that they wouldn't have, product providers as well, protection, general insurance. And it's also giving them training and education to make sure that they're helping to keep up with all the changes that are happening in the market, whether they be regulated, but also lenders' criteria changes, product changes, lenders moving in and out of the market. There's lots happening that if you're a 1, 2, 3 man band, that's a lot to keep up with, and we sort of put that all in one place and then push it out into whatever medium that our members want to take it in.
And what support is available to help with the kind of regulatory burden in growing their business?
Again, two questions in there. So the compliance version, we offer the whole shooting match. So we'll offer support on setting up, getting authorised with the regulator. We then have all the templates that they will need to actually do through the actual full advice process, from research to choosing technology to actually giving the advice and then documenting at the end. We've got all the templates that they can use. They can modify them slightly if they wanted to their own sales process. And then obviously all that support that we can offer post that. If they have any queries, if they have any concerns, any marketing that they wish to do, we can sign that off. Then support to grow their business within the Mortgage Club. We have BDMs, we have development managers on the telephone as well. We have lots of events, seminars and webinars that are all giving that help and information about how they can actually grow their business.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Martin.
Thank you for inviting me.